What's up? Welcome to PRC's. Well, it's not anymore. It is now just the super awesome football calling show with the name pending. Um, we will be joined by Fax in just a second. He has responsibilities and kids and shit, and I don't have any of that, so I can be here at 7:30 because I have nothing to do. All I have to do is get rid of YouTube, and I'm here. This is a simulcast today. This is the first ever simulcast from I was gonna do TikTok, but TikTok didn't work. So we'll get to that. But we are live on YouTube and we are live on Twitter. We are live on the network and we are waiting for Facts. The call-in number is below 847-461-9244 if you want to talk about anything football, if you want to talk about anything that's on your mind. And let's get at it. Let's get a comment here. You've really embraced this Wayne Wiener look, and I love it. Something changed in me, Jackson, when I did that character. It felt like he was really part of me, and I was part of him. And so I think this Wayne Wiener persona is going to stick around for a while. I don't know what it is. I like him. I like the feathered hair like this. I just like being crazy. So this is kind of cool. I like Wayne Wiener, and I appreciate that you like Wayne Wiener. So Fax isn't here. We're just going to get started. Pats are going to be 11-2 heading into the Week 14 bye. Justin's prediction might come true. Yeah, they are fucking good. Drake May is fucking good. I think he's ahead of everybody's schedule, everybody's timeline on where he's supposed to be. I think Justin said in jest 15-2, but I don't think he really thought it at the beginning. I don't think he really believed it, but I think he believes it now, and I think a lot of people believe it now. I certainly believe it. What a weird situation we have in the NFL right now. The Colts, the Patriots, and the Broncos are all 8-2. And if you had that coming, you are a fucking liar. Because I don't think anybody saw that coming. But those are the three teams in top of the NFL right now. And it's crazy. I mean, all the Colts needed was Daniel Jones. All the Patriots need to do is fucking get a new coach. And, the Broncos, frauds. The Broncos are frauds. But they're 8-2. So, hey, I'm talking about the Broncos being 8-2, and I think they're frauds. Did you get a haircut? It looks nice.
I did. Thank you. And yes, you're absolutely right. They are one of the most fraudulent teams in the NFL. What was it? Thursday? Thursday. I couldn't even hardly remember the game, but it was a horrible, horrible watch. It pained me to watch them struggle against the Raiders and Bo Nix struggle to throw to really any receiver. I think eventually, luckily, we won't have to worry about them maybe in the playoffs, but definitely not past the first round.
You know who they remind me of in the college football game? Fucking BYU.
Yeah,
BYU.
Yeah, a little bit.
BYU just winning games. But I don't think anybody believed BYU was an actual fucking contender. And I think that got proven this Saturday when they played an actual contender in Texas Tech and they got their asses handed to them.
Yeah, and I mean, everyone saw that one coming, and I think that the only people actually, I almost said the only people that are defending the Broncos are Broncos fans, but that's not even necessarily true because for some reason, on a regular night against a regular team, it's perfectly okay to say the Broncos defense is a wagon because that's true. But them talking Thursday night and just raving about the Broncos defense being a wagon against the Raiders, no one deserved a compliment that night. It was just like when we played the Broncos. What was it? 3 years ago or 2 years ago on Thursday night?
Thursday night game as well.
Yes. No one deserved a compliment that game. It was just like, so we're kind of in that similar situation right now where it was so bad, and that inconsistency is not going to do them any favors come playoff time. That's just going to take them out early, if anything. So
yeah, and that wasn't even on
have a good record.
TV.
Yeah,
I think YouTube TV sent me an email saying you're welcome that they didn't get to show that fucking game. Broncos should be banned from Thursday nights.
Absolutely. I mean, the Raiders too. So it was really just kind of unfortunate because it was two teams that should not be playing, but the division game. But then when the division game yields that result, it's kind of like, I don't
Yeah.
need to see a division rivalry that bad. I just and of course, like as a degenerate, I did suffer myself throughout the entire game, hoping that maybe one thing would happen that would help a parlay, but nothing did. Nothing did.
So what do you
And
want to talk about? You want to get into college football or you want to get into NFL?
Well, I guess we could go chronological. We can go college ball because I mean it was pretty decent yesterday. It was real bad for the University of Florida. I think like there was maybe some hope when we competed with Georgia for that little bit, but after this week it's kind of like, all right, I think we're good. I think we're good on the season. So
Can I be
that's
honest?
over
I
with.
saw that coming. Kentucky has been fucking balling out lately. They barely lost to Texas. They beat Auburn, and then they fucking well, you know what they did to Florida.
Yeah, I do. I do. I know. I think for some reason I just still hold on to this hope that like even Florida, they're gonna like even though we're just in limbo without our head coach and everything, I just assumed we were gonna do the same thing as last year, where like in the second half of the year, all of a sudden we looked like a competent football team. And that was a mistake. So that one's honest. It is honestly on me. Like I should have held out that much hope for them, but that was rough. Georgia, on the other hand, actually did play a complete game against Mississippi State. So they actually looked like what I think everyone thought they were supposed to. Kirby Smart had said multiple times, like with all the new guys, it was going to take forever to build a complete football team and play all 4 quarters, and that's all he really wants. And then yesterday it happened. It was just dominance. So they wiped the floor with Mississippi State. Brandon Walker's in shambles. I mean,
I'm gonna bring this up real quick. So this is the AP Top 25 that just came out a couple hours ago. I thought it'd be cool if we could just go through this list, not talk about all of them, but just real quick, if you think they're a competitor, if you think they're a fraud, and see if we're on the same page here.
okay.
So first of all, the top 4: Ohio State, IU, Texas A&M, Alabama. I think we can just skip ahead and say they're contenders, right? Are we in agreement there?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Now Georgia is a good one. I think I know what you're going to say.
Well, no, I want to be mean and say they're not going to contend and they should lose everything. But if they keep playing like they did yesterday, they will actually be a threat come college like playoff time. It's just if they keep doing that, then yes. But if they play like they have been prior to yesterday, they're not going to go far. That's really it. Like if they continue to show that then maybe they do have a complete football team who can play all 4 quarters, for sure. But if it regresses right back to the mean, then no.
Yeah, no, I'm not too sold on Georgia, but they did show some life against Mississippi State. But then again, that's Mississippi State, so let's not get too ahead of ourselves there because Mississippi State has a tendency to just fucking shit the bed all the time.
Very much
6
so.
to 10. I'm gonna say all frauds except Texas Tech right there in the middle. I think they can compete.
Yeah, because I was gonna say notable frauds. Obviously, number 10, the biggest fraud in college football. Like crazy that they keep climbing their way up or even staying within the top 25. Like, give up that dream. Texas is over with. Like, that's just that you're lying to yourself at that point. Oregon, they survived the what is it, the gauntlet of under that is Iowa. So at least, they managed to do that. But also at the same time, yeah, when it comes to other opponents, I don't think they're doing too hot. Notre Dame, Love is great. That's really
He's the
it.
best player
Jeremiah
in
Love
college
is awesome. Yeah,
like
easily.
he's on another level. Like he's ridiculously sick. Like he's doing stuff that I have not seen since Jonathan Taylor, to be honest with you, at Wisconsin. So it's like I hope that Jeremiah Love goes way high in the draft, because if they sleep on him like they kind of slept on JT, like they kind of slept on Genty, there's no great quarterbacks coming out this year in the draft. So I think this is an opportune time to get a running back that could build your fucking team. You could build your team around.
I mean, yeah, if you are teams at the bottom of the barrel, especially with like who's at the bottom of the barrel right now, it's perfect fits. Like you have the
Yeah.
Saints. Kamara is old. It's over, and the Saints just kind of need a complete reset of every little thing that they have, and a running game to kind of establish why they're building to get a quarterback would be great. The Titans having a complement to Cam Ward would be good. Obviously, not too hot for us, but like if we're just saying objectively for the Titans, that would be a good thing to have, because Pollard and Spears are not really your answer. So it's he very well could go like high if he continues, which obviously I think he will at this level for the rest of the season.
I
It's
think
just
I
going to
think
be
you're
about more what
absolutely
teams
right.
want.
I think sadly he's the perfect fit for the fucking Titans. So we're gonna
Yeah.
have years and years of watching him and Cam Ward do damage on the fucking Colts. All right, so 11 through 15. I kind of think Utah is sneaky competitive again. I think they figured something out after that BYU. BYU frauds, Oklahoma frauds. Vanderbilt's good, but they're not Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M category.
Yeah.
Diego
It's
Pavia
like
is
it's like
great.
you
Yeah.
yeah, you don't want to be mean to them because it's just they're so fun to watch, and like yeah,
Oh
like
yeah.
you're saying, Pavia is so fun, and it's just like do well. And I kind of almost want to go to a game since I'm so close. Um but yeah, like they're not once it comes to those top 4, it's probably not going to happen. There could be an upset though. We could get like a fun upset or something if that were to happen. I would be completely down for that. They're right outside that 13, so who knows? Maybe we could get some fun Vandy playoff time, but don't expect a national championship.
I would love to watch them a lot more than I would love to watch Texas. I think if Texas makes it to the fucking BCS, like it's just a bye week for whoever plays them.
Yeah, because it's just that's not going to remain consistent. I was gonna say who else was in the that I want to talk about. Oh, what you said, Utah. Yeah, Utah. They're putting pieces together. I think you could see a pretty good rise with them. So I'm excited. I'm excited, but like with that 11 through 15 area, since it's such a fight, it's just kind of like, yeah, you just got to see who's going to be the most consistent of that line essentially. So if they keep it moving, Utah could very well be the one who is at that 11 or 12 spot, or even higher. Hopefully, if they realize that 6 through 10 group is the frauds and they need to be lower. Like Notre Dame
Yeah,
at 9 is crazy. Texas at 10 is fucking insane. I mean, none
I
of
don't
that
think
makes
Notre
sense.
Dame plays anybody of merit. I think Notre Dame's going to walk in. They're going to sleepwalk into the fucking playoffs.
Yeah.
16 through 25. Do you see anybody? I don't. I Pitt is kind of sneaky competitive. Cincinnati can be good when they're on, but when they're off, they're not good at all. Um, Miami's the same fucking team every year you watch Miami. Everybody gets
Miami,
a
I was gonna say,
corner for 'em before it starts, and then they just lose two stupid games, and we forget about them.
yeah, and I mean, who they crushed? They crushed Syracuse. Like, I mean, good for them, I guess. And it's yeah, I was gonna say the biggest one of that grouping is maybe Miami. For future, it's probably Tennessee. I think Tennessee is gonna kind of slowly climb back in, but I think they'll make a bigger jump next year than they will this year. But the future looks bright for them at least, and so maybe they can start competing with the higher teams in the SEC, like Alabama and Georgia. So that's just kind of a waiting game for them. But it,
They're kind of
yeah,
like the Miami of the SEC, man. I
I
think
know.
every year we say the future looks bright for Tennessee, and every year they do the same thing that Miami does.
Yeah, yeah. That's. I mean, it's a fair point, but you do want to see them eventually. Well, I don't. I don't care if they hit anything or not, but other people, fans of Tennessee, yeah, they want to be like, hey, are we finally going to compete? Because everyone in the SEC is so tired of Alabama and Georgia. Like, so tired, and it's so frustrating to have Alabama just kind of be right back. We hoped for a Patriots type of regression when Nick Saban left. We kind of
Yeah.
wanted, hey, give us at least a 3-year break, a 4-year break, and it was just they're just right back to
Yeah.
it.
The whole world was fucking excited when they lost to Florida State week 1. I mean, they're just oh, thank God, the Alabama dynasty's over. And what they've pretty much done since then is just prove that it's not going anywhere, and you might as well they're like the fucking Chiefs of the NCAA. You know, it's just like, please go
Yeah.
away, but they won't. They won't. They just rebuild. They don't rebuild. They reload. John Calipari, shout out. So yeah, I think 1 through 5 is pretty solid. I think Texas Tech is the good one out of that second group. Utah would love to see Vanderbilt, and that's about it of competitors really. The rest I think don't have a shot.
Ole Miss, I just like Lane Kiffin.
I like Lane Kiffin too, but they don't have a shot.
No, no, I just wanted to say that. It's really like Lane Kiffin. So if you wanted to come to
That's another team
Gainesville,
that like
man, just let me
scraped
know.
by against Kentucky too. Kentucky, watch out for them. No one's talking about them.
Yeah, apparently they're this. Apparently they keep going. I was kind of hoping their momentum would stop yesterday, but that didn't happen. So clearly they are here. So, and we have to deal with it. So
Yeah.
good for them. Good for
Anything
Kentucky though.
anything else in college football you want to get to before we move on?
Well, yeah, we got to talk about this Heisman debate that's starting to get a little heated up here between Sane and Mendoza because Mendoza is now the favorite. Well, or he was after yesterday's game, I believe. So, very similar stats, a couple of good points made because the way that Mendoza's performing, not having the receivers and, essentially the entire roster of Ohio State. There's a lot of really good points, but my only issue with that is the people who are making those arguments were saying that Travis Hunter deserved the Heisman last year, which is I don't agree with. It was Genty's. That was Genty's Heisman, and it was stolen from him because he literally had nobody, and it was the only reason Boise State made the playoff. It was the Boise State Genties. It was not the Broncos. He did everything. He was a generational college running back, and Travis Hunter was like the 13th best corner and like the 7th best receiver. Like,
And
it's
to
cool.
your point, look what's going on now, man. It's like Genty is a solid NFL running back. Like he has already assimilated himself in there. Travis Hunter is just kind of injury prone, kind of hanging out. Not, I mean, have you seen anything? Has Travis Hunter done anything to wow you?
No, because as it turns out, when you are you know, not a top 10 running back in college and you're going against the number 1 corners from their college days, they tend to do a little bit better. And
Yeah.
then it's just how it goes. If you have to be that top 5 performing wide receiver, or at least skill-wise wide receiver, to go and perform in the NFL, right? But like you saw Ibuka, who's decided to stay at Ohio State and keep it rolling, the most prepared NFL-ready receiver we've seen in a while, because right away he goes in there, he's like, no, I've been around for a while. Yes, I was at Ohio State, but I made sure I learned enough so when I came here, I was ready, and he's outperforming, other than obviously JSN, but outperforming a lot of his old teammates / a lot of people who were drafted before him.
Yeah, and I think, and to your point, when it's the Mendoza versus Sayin thing, I agree that Sayin has NFL all-star, like Pro Bowl fucking wide receivers. All he has to do is get the ball in the air, and a
And
wide
Jeremiah
receiver
Smith will catch
find
it.
Yeah, like case in point, I think it was 2 weeks ago when they played Penn State. Sayin threw it right to a lineman who just nailed the ball in the air. And then who was there? Jeremiah Smith, just to take the ball out of the air and fucking score a touchdown. Like it's hard to say that Sayin can be the Heisman when he just can all he has to do is get the ball airborne, and somebody on Ohio State's going to run to it and fucking catch it. Mendoza's good too, but I think if we were being honest in like a perfectly honest world here, Jeremiah Love should get the Heisman over anybody.
We need to, hey, We need to start giving these top awards back to the players that are actually showing that they are the game changer for their team. Like if we're being honest, the whole reason that Notre Dame, as much as a falsified 9 that they are, but the whole reason they are that 9 is because of Jeremiah Love. And it's
Yeah, it's
nobody
not
else.
CJ Carr throwing for 175 yards and a touchdown every fucking game.
No.
And the funniest part about the whole thing is Freeman is trying to force a CJ Carr like narrative. Like he's throwing the ball so much for fucking Notre Dame to try to make Notre Dame a passing team. And it's like, why are we doing this when you have somebody who is capable of running 90, 85-yard fucking touchdown runs on every single time he touches the ball? Like why are we making this difficult? Just give him the fucking ball and let him run. Yeah, I don't get it whatsoever.
And I mean, you can see that translate into the NFL if we want to just make a smooth transition. If you just give a motherfucker the ball, they tend to run for over 200 yards and have 3 touchdowns and win the game for your team in overtime.
Yeah.
So,
like this guy right here, 286 yards, 3 touchdowns. God. I mean, the MVP of the Colts, the MVP of the NFL, maybe the conversation is fucking over with Daniel Jones. Correct?
Yeah, Mutt, you were so wrong. I state the obvious. You stated the wrong thing. It's Jonathan Taylor. It wasn't close, even with because Daniel Jones, he played decently today, but it was just so far and away Jonathan Taylor's game. I mean, that's what he does for our offense. Like the passing is such a secondary strategy for us because of how dominant the run, and you just don't see that. And it's different because it speaks to kind of like my frustrations with the NFL this year, or kind of like lately, has been everyone's trying to do crazy shit. Everyone's trying to do these creative plays. Everyone's trying to have these quarterbacks who are these dynamic runners. And now we're figuring out 5 years down the line that can only take you so far, because when you get back to classic fundamental football, teams like the Colts, teams like the Seahawks, teams like the Patriots are just playing their game, and just the quarterback knows his role, the running backs know their role, everyone on the team has their traditional role, and now they're just starting to curb stomp all of these fancy flippy teams.
Yeah,
it's just like what happened.
Case in point with the Patriots today, they won. They played good. Drake May was fine. They won because they did the fundamentals and they did good coaching. Like right before half against the Bucks, when Vrabel purposely had May go down to run the clock off, like that's just the little shit that makes a team go from like good to great.
Yes, exactly. And it's just like I said, like I've been saying, because I was getting real frustrated. Thursday night really did me in as far as my frustrations with current day football, when everyone just plays this scared version of football. That's all it is. It's just such scared football. And now you're seeing the difference between scared football and aggressive football. The difference is so high. And you can point to really any team, whether they're having a lot of wins or they're not, but they're getting their losses from playing scared football. Like the Bills today, for example, they played scared football, and their GM is playing scared football in the way that he's building his roster. He's depending solely on Josh Allen to do every little thing for him. It's great to have somebody like Khalil Shakir, who has been like a great pass catcher, but now it's like you had this time to build these huge weapons to make the Super Bowl run now, but now you're never going to get there because you keep playing scared. You won't build your personnel properly, and you're depending solely on one guy to play every single position on the team. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Now, Mike McDaniels, he didn't have somebody breathing down his neck with the threat of being fired anymore. That guy is gone. And so now it's all these guys rallying around this coach. But if you had the role players, you could have shut down their momentum. I mean, we saw it last week when Josh Allen played the Chiefs. he played it like a game manager and a game commander while still doing the Josh Allen things, and he beat the Chiefs. If he just does that again, it's good. He doesn't have to go back to playing pure hero ball. That's
No.
one. I mean, that's one of many, and the Chiefs are another great example of that. It's just like it's starting to catch up to them. One guy
Yep.
cannot do everything. He cannot run, pass, and fucking do every little thing for your team.
That was just probably the most pathetic showing in the NFL I've seen. The Bills, they absolutely shit the bed against the Dolphins. Like here's how crazy this game was. So early in the game when the Dolphins were up 13-0 on the Bills, right? The Bills were still minus 120 to win the game. Like you couldn't even get the Bills at a positive vig during that when they're down 13-0. That's how fucking crazy they shit the bed today. Like even at 13-0, everybody expected the Bills to win, and you're absolutely right. They just went one-dimensional as fuck, and they just when they rely on Josh Allen, they can't do it. And I think they're done, man. I think the Bills had their window, and I think that window is properly shut now because it's getting fucking cold out.
Oh yeah, and I agree too. I said the same thing. I texted the same thing to my buddy today. I was like, Bills are not going to win a Super Bowl now.
No,
Bills like it's just something about it. I guess the 90s curse was a huge part, but then that second breath of life in the 2010s with Josh Allen. But now I think it's dead. It's over. They're not going to win a Super Bowl. Maybe they'll do the whole game of the year with the Chiefs in the playoffs again, but they won't be going. They won't be hoisting up a Lombardi. That's not going to happen. Don't count on it. There are way better teams in the AFC. Not the Broncos. Don't worry. Not the Broncos. Don't let a record fool you. I'm not that dumb. But yeah, that's over. There was it's just happening a lot, and then like you have these inconsistent teams too. Like the Panthers have actually built a somewhat decent roster, but then again, after today, Tyler Shuck just curb stomps them. Bryce Young starts strong with the touchdown drive and then just dies. Like,
yeah.
what is going on with this game planning in the NFL these days? It's crazy.
No, it's because all these teams are trying to get too fucking cute and do stupid
Yep.
stuff, and you notice the teams, the Patriots, the Colts, they fucking just when they go to the basics and they just. I was about to get right to the Seahawks. Yes,
Yeah.
The Seahawks are, God, they're a problem, man.
Oh yeah, and we got them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm a lot more worried. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a lot more worried.
I was wondering who was going to be the Super Bowl representative from the NFC, and the more, I mean, obviously everybody always thinks the Eagles because I mean they're fine, but the more this season goes on, the more I'm absolutely bought in on the Seahawks. Like they're just a fucking team. They're a wagon, man.
I will say,
game tonight. Oh, yeah, go for it.
Oh, I was just gonna say though, the one complaint I have about the Seahawks, and it's only one, and it's absolutely 100% personal, is that today I ran just a little baby parlay of a lot of favorites and things, and I had Seahawks money line, Jameson Williams 30+ yards, Detroit money line, Matthew Stafford 2+ passing touchdowns, and my final leg was JSN 6+ receptions. He had 5, and I was told to blame the Cardinals, but I don't know if I'm ready yet because I don't like that. When you're winning, just keep throwing. Then just increase your candidacy for Offensive Player of the Year, JSN. Keep catching the ball. Why hurt me? There's going to be blood on your hands, and that feels inappropriate.
I had the same disappointment 2 weeks ago. I had Mendoza over 250 passing yards against UCLA. The second play of the game, UCLA threw it right to a defensive lineman who ran it in for a touchdown in like 10 seconds. And as soon as I saw that, I said, fuck it, Mendoza is not making it to the fourth quarter. This bet is fucking dead. And so what happened is the Hoosiers went up like 50-7 or something like that, and he was out midway through the third quarter, and I was like, yep, dead. So if you're gonna blame anybody, I would blame the Cardinals. Maybe try to be fucking competitive and not get your ass waxed.
Like, couldn't fucking hurt. You guys are doing it every other game. Then you're just selling. Like, what the fuck, Arizona? I mean, I'm trying to.
Yeah,
You guys are supposed to be this spoiler team, so you need to start acting a little more like spoilers.
yeah.
Don't just die. A
The
lot of
Panthers and the
fall over and
Cardinals
die.
are very disappointing this year as the spoilers. I had a bet this
Absolutely.
today. I posted it on Twitter, the 1 o'clock hour, the Mayday parlay. Probably the easiest bet that you could have in the history of the NFL. It was May 2+ touchdowns and Mayfield 2+ touchdowns, and I think that cashed like in the beginning of the third quarter. May did his part before halftime or right at halftime, and then Mayfield did his part in the third quarter. So that was super easy because you knew both those teams were just going to throw the ball. And then I got one more. I got a parlay for tonight. This is the Candy Shop parlay. This is kind of a long shot, but I'll explain my reasoning here. This is M&M's. This is McConkey and Metcalf, and this is plus 550. And the reason it's plus 550 is because they don't believe in McConkey that much. But I've noticed a trend. He scores a touchdown. He doesn't score a touchdown. He scores a touchdown. He doesn't score a touchdown. And he's done that for 6 weeks in a row. And last
All
week he
right.
did not score a touchdown. So
So
if the trend continues, I think he's going to be a good scorer. Metcalf's just been he's been getting a lot more usage in the last couple games. I think anytime you got a big speedster like that, he has a chance. If you don't want to do the candy shop parlay, and you just want to take one, I got a strong feeling about McConkey today. Just
oh
because
yeah.
that was a very interesting trend. So I think he's plus 180 or something like that. Maybe even in the 200. So you'll get a pretty good value on that. And like I said, if the data holds, he should score today. So that's my big one.
Absolutely.
You got any plays today?
Well, I wish, yeah, I'm obviously, due to the Colts making us hold our breaths for a little minute there, the show was delayed. But earlier, I did have my 3-leg safety parlay did hit of Baker Mayfield 225 plus, Drake May 200 plus, and Josh Allen 200 plus. So that was a quick, easy $26, better than $0. So that was at plus 161 with a little profit booster. And then I broke our rule yesterday,
Uh-oh.
but it worked. I bet on college, and Ohio State is in my good graces for this weekend because Julian's saying over 299 hit, Ohio State minus 20.5, and then Georgia and Army money line both hit. So that was a
Nice.
nice little hit. So
If we're in the trust tree,
that's gonna do
I
bad
broke our
things.
rule yesterday too. Yeah, I saw that Nebraska was getting points against UCLA, and I was like, I don't want to take this, but I have to take it. It's almost compelling me to take it because UCLA had that nice little 3 run, but at the end of the day, they're still fucking UCLA, and they did
Yeah,
UCLA stuff like so. I had to take it. I broke our rule. We're in the trust tree, so I think everything counts here. Yeah, so it's getting close to the start of tonight's game is the Steelers Chargers. Like I said, I got my M&M parlay. Fax, if you got anything you want to say, I got 2 quick points I want to make at the end of the show here just to bring up something. But go ahead. Floor
absolutely.
is yours,
Yeah.
sir.
So for my parlay tonight, I want to credit my buddy Hoodie. This is Hoodie. I'm tailing him, and then I just added one extra leg. So tonight we got Gadsden 40 plus yards receiving, McConkey 40 plus yards receiving, Vidal 40 plus yards rushing, and then Metcalf. I think he had 40, but I put 30 plus yards receiving just because Metcalf burned me a couple times. I get nervous, so I went a little lower. And then finally, my favorite bet to have in games like these, most passing yards, and that's for Justin. It's always when there's a difference of just I don't know passing power like it kind of is tonight with Justin and Aaron. Aaron can throw, but Justin throws a lot, and he throws for a lot of yards all the time. So most passing yards, Justin Herbert. That's at plus 443. I put like I like it when my account has like an even number. So sometimes I'll put like the money and change on the bet. So it's like $16.12 because I want it to like be at an even number in the bottom corner because I'm weird. And then, it's $87. So could be something.
Nice. Yeah. I like those too. Especially with Herbert, because I think the Steelers may jump out on top early, and I think it's going to force Herbert to throw more. So I like those. All right, two quick things before we go, and these are very, very quick. One, I had the Wendy's chicken tenders today for dinner. They just came out. I had the 4-piece large with the honey mustard dipping sauce. They are not bad. I didn't have the highest expectations. I thought they were going to taste like the nuggets, basically, which I fuck with the Wendy's nuggets, to be completely honest with you.
Oh, yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah, but they were decent. They had a lot of chicken in them. Pretty good seasoning, a lot better seasoning than Raising Cane's. So if you're looking to try some, oh God, they don't season the fucking chicken. They put it all. They put everything in that dipping sauce, and if you don't like that dipping sauce, you're fucked because the chicken is the most basic. There's nothing there. But yeah, so if you get hungry this week and you want something, give the chicken tenders a try. They're brand new. They just came out today. They don't suck. They're pretty good, actually.
Noted. Yeah, I'm gonna try them.
And then my last thing is it's kind of a cool story out of Indiana. We're more of a basketball state. We don't get a lot of football news, but this guy, Miles McLaughlin, out of Knox, Indiana, which is up north, kind of in between Lafayette and Chicago, he is going to break Derrick Henry's all-time rushing in high school football record. This little white guy here. He averages, and I can pull it up here. We can't see that. You can't see that, can you?
401.3.
Yeah, we don't need an eye test here. He averages 300. He averages 365 yards rushing a fucking game. As you can see, he's short and white, so this is the apex of his career. I don't see him going to college and making a name. I don't see him in the pros. But, when he's working at fucking Enterprise Rent-A-Car in 10 years, he can tell all the young kids coming out of college that he holds a rushing record over Derrick Henry.
Yeah, and I mean, that's a pretty big place to put your hat on. Even Derrick Henry is tracking him. Like, Derrick Henry's aware and is cheering for him to break the record. I saw that in a little interview clip the other day. So good for this guy. He's a beast. I mean,
yeah,
Derrick what a Henry's moment.
Never his ass in the NFL, so that's why he's cheering for him.
Yeah, it's probably a good reason. Good.
Yeah, good thing. Good safety net. Walmart. But yeah. So that is
Miles.
You're Miles. You broke my record. Yeah, how you doing? Good.
Hey, man,
I'm assistant fucking manager now. Oh, great. Good for you, man. I'm still fucking breaking records in the NFL, but good for you, buddy. Cool, man. So I think that's it. It is getting close to 8:20. We got Chargers Steelers coming up. Thank you for joining me. Of course, we're gonna shoot for 12:15 the rest of the time. I thought the Colts had that in the fucking bag.
Yeah, a little scary.
Yeah, so, and when that got scared like that, I was like, I could go on right now, but it's just gonna be everybody just watching me stare at a TV. There's gonna be nothing entertaining about this. I'm gonna be like, yeah, and then the Patriots play the fucking, and then nobody wants to watch that for 45 minutes. So
no, but hey, they and also, I mean, another note on that game, like, sucks for the Falcons because they totally could be good, but there's something in there. There's something wrong. They have every piece they need, really, but something ain't clicking.
Losers. That's
it. Yeah.
Winners win, losers lose, man.
Drake London is a monster, and they have Bijan Robinson, and they're still losing. So, yeah, they're just
Drake
losers.
London's automatic. Whenever you get inside the 20, all you got to do is just throw the ball in his general area, and he fucking catches a touchdown. So, I don't know. They're just losers. They just got to learn how to be winners. That's it. You're right. They got everything. Penix isn't bad. He's very serviceable. Bijan is damn good. Drake London is just a machine. I mean, their defense is solid. There's nothing wrong with them. They just have to learn how to stop being fucking losers. So that's the long and short of it. But all right, man. So 12:15 next week. Thank you for joining me. I love the haircut. It's good on you.
Thank you very much.
Is it cold there?
It's starting to. Yeah, today was 44. Feels like 29. So it's starting. It's starting.
Yeah. It was 70 last weekend here. It's going to be 70 next weekend. Today it just decided to be 31 and snowing. So go fucking figure.
Perfect.
So that kind of sucks. Yeah. Way too early for that shit. But all right, we're going to take it out. Enjoy the game. Sig, he says, let's go putt, which means pit. Thank you, Sig. Sig has a 6-7 parlay, which he accidentally did the math wrong, and it turned out to be 66. He's adding up all the jerseys to do the 6-7 meme parlay, and I appreciate his effort. He's a good dude. I will post that on Twitter in case anybody wants to play it right before 11:20. And I appreciate you putting in that work, Sig. Let's go Steelers. We're going to have the song take us out. And thank you for coming on. See you next Sunday, 12:15. I'll figure out how to get the TikTok on. I have to use two cameras because this is landscape and then TikTok is portrait. And it just didn't look good when I tried it. Yeah, I'm going to have to set up the cell phone camera and do like a simulcast, but we'll figure it out. So, all right. Thanks.
Hell
That's
yeah.
the show.
Peace.
This is my show. This is my stream with phone calls. This is my show. Whether it works or not, I love it. Taking calls, talking ball. At least that's the thought I had. This is my show, and this shit better work.